All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Want to start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Bahashem,
Rakah
Ruach
HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect, the house of David. All right, so I'm here, just brother Yashawamba. I have the brother Bonsapad and the brother Sha'ar, fellow priest, in helping and building the tabernacle of David here in these latter days. And we were breaking bread, and brothers brought up this situation dealing with Louisiana mother arrested for whipping, all right, children, all right, because we have children. Ultimately, the word kid means baby goat, but kid can also mean, a child as well, but we have children, okay? Louisiana mother arrested for whipping child after sons break into neighbor's home. All right, and we were talking about it. Although this is a situation that happened a few years ago, this is just evidence that this man is the devil, man. And they have this series going on. Why, we call you the devil, and here it is. These children, these niggas, these little niggas. All right, because niggas are bred out of confusion, out of a situation of disorder. All right. When you look at the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, mainly you so-called Negroes, because when you look at the different tribes, they were cursed, all right, in different ways, man. All right. Whereas you have the Northern Kingdom, they still have a sense of family and unity. All right. But they're dumb as hell. Whereas Judah, all right, they still have a sense of spirituality left in them, right. But they don't have no unity at all. They've lost the value of sticking together or anything, man. Family, family through. All right, because those were the main ones who was coming against the Messiah, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Yep, right. All right, but this situation that we're looking at here is proof that this man is the devil, man. And anything that you do, all right, that leans towards correction or rebuke or stopping wickedness amongst your nation, Esau's angry at you, man. Right. Okay. Now here it is. These two niggas went and robbed somebody's house. Okay. The mother whoops them for that, which is, what they should do, what she should do. Right. And Esau takes her to jail. Right. But then if they grow up and rob someone else's house, he'll put them on the news and there'll be a top story within his situation, his system, man. Statistics, things he can point to and say, look, see, they're just a bunch of niggas. They're wicked. They're off. They're this. Right. They're beast. We need to be worried about these people. We need to clutch our purses.
Like in Lamentations said, they hiss and clap their hands at them.
Right, right. And this is just proof that this man is the devil, and ultimately he's anti-Messiah, man. Because when you go into what an anti-Messiah is, basically it's someone against Yahushai, man. Mm-hmm. What he stands for, his way. And Yahushai basically is the law. Okay? And he comes in the volume of the book. So when you look at the particular ways that the Bible push, there's a particular energy and a particular way, all right, that the Israelites followed, man. Okay? And correcting a child for doing wickedness is a part of that. You see, and Esau's against that. You see, that's why our children are as wild bulls in a net running around the world, because they haven't been corrected. That's right. The father has been taken out of the house, which is systematically. Some of it is because some of them ain't shit. That's a part of it. But ultimately, the system was set up to get the man out of the house. Okay? Mm-hmm. And as the scriptures say, once the strong man is bound, then the enemy can spoil the goods. And what is the goods? Our families. Okay? The mother has been destroyed, okay, and totally indoctrinated and given over to the serpent's wisdom. She is the first teacher. She teaches that to the child, teaches him to hate his nation, right, and to hate himself. Mm-hmm. Don't rebuke him. And then when she does, this type of stuff happens, man. Right. So damned if we do, damned if we don't. You had a precept, brother?
Well, that's Proverbs 13.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, mm-hmm, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes.
You want to break it down?
Yeah, I mean, really, I'll read it again. He that spareth his rod hateth his son. Mm-hmm. Because as you was pretty much going into, systematically, when you look into it right now, especially when you have the so-called black woman raising a lot of these children, they don't beat their children no more. Now, right now, what we're looking at is an example of one doing it.
Right.
You know, but when you talk to a lot of black women, they don't end up beating their children no more. They'll belittle them and say they ain't shit.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third. Beat them up psychologically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't whip your children, they're gonna grow up to be spoiled, man. And that's why the scriptures say it pretty much point blank. You know, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Again, it says, "He that spareth his rod hateth his son."
Right.
Because if you don't discipline your child the way you supposed to, as the scriptures say,
Right, you setting them up for failure.
You setting them up for failure. But if you was a child that grew up with whoopings, that set you straight, and you knew not to do certain things.
Right.
When you acted wickedly as a child, you would think like, "Oh snap, I can't do this because I'm gonna get a whooping."
Right.
But if you don't chastise your child, which a lot of these parents ain't doing now, children are gonna be free to do whatever the hell they want to, man.
Walk over their parents.
Exactly.
Talk back to them.
Well, that's what Edomites do.
That's right.
That's how Edomite households are ran.
Right.
Fuck you, mommy, and all that. And that's now what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have become, man.
Bought into that system. Yep.
Man, these Issacharite children are bad as hell, man.
Bro.
Hella bad.
Man,
They let them
bro.
roam around, do whatever.
Bro,
Excuse me.
it's horrible.
Look, Carlos, throw it off, man.
Throw it off. Go ahead. You got some more?
Oh, yeah,
Well, now I'm gonna play this video a little bit, and then we'll get into the some more scriptures, man. And it's funny how you see how Esau just, takes advantage of these situations, and man, he's the devil, man.
Right.
God damn, I'm tired of Esau.
Using the reasonable discipline of a minor to make sure that her kids are on the straight and path, and she gets arrested for it. It's absolutely outrageous.
The three boys allegedly broke into the home of Elisa Nicholson, who lives down the street from Spears. She was not home at the time of the burglary. She says they stole her young son's electronics and socks. Nicholson believes that Spears didn't do anything wrong.
The way she handled the situation.
And Jake is wicked, man.
Yeah.
This is horrible, man. The fact that you stealing anyway, man. Stealing ain't cool, man. That's wicked for somebody to come look into their situation or their personal belongings and find out that it's been taken by somebody, man. That's a horrible feeling, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, and you Latin tribes are some goddamn thieves. You do some of the biggest thieves out here, man. But you niggas are thieves as well, man. All of you are thieves. That's a wicked act, man. Stealing people cars.
Yep.
People have situations that they need that car for. And they go to get the car and it's gone. They go into their bank account. You didn't stole money out of it using some sort of technology, man.
Right.
This is the type of bullshit that goes on in Babylon the Great. And a lot of that is niggas, man.
Right.
Damn,
Yeah.
That's wicked, man.
Straight up.
They need their ass beat.
The Bible said they're wise to do evil.
Yeah. Our people are wise to do evil, man.
Laden with it.
Laden with iniquity.
Was to spank them or whoop them, which is what I would have done.
After our interview, she went over to Spears' home to thank her.
I don't believe that she should have been arrested for that, and I think she's a fine parent, and she does, what she can for her kids.
District Attorney Hiller Moore has yet to see the police reports on the incident, and he doesn't know enough at this point to make a decision on whether or not to prosecute Spears. He did say that he doesn't want to discourage parents from disciplining their children.
In my life, if I had done that, or those allegations, I can guarantee you by the time I came home, I'd be met by a 4'11" mother with a pot and a pan and a stick, and later on by a 6-foot-tall dad who instilled discipline and inflicted discipline on me, and I believe that surely helped me in growing up.
Moore says his office will review photos, interviews, and police reports before deciding whether or not they want to prosecute Spears.
What the law says, it's really simple, although it makes it difficult. It's unjustifiable pain or protracted pain that's inflicted on a child. That's what the facts are, and that's what...
Now, of course, you're not supposed to destroy your child, pistol whip him, but the scriptures does prescribe, all right, that you are to whoop your children, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I have a child. Now, personally, in about 4 years, I haven't had to touch him. He got it from that, and then there's situations where I could, but I just talk to him. You know what I'm saying? But if he does something to the point where it needs to be, he will get him, allegedly. Allegedly, because Esau come to the goddamn door with with a Kango on, ready to arrest your ass, man.
Well, what's funny in the scriptures, if a child disobeyed his parents in our culture,
He was
the Israelite,
stoned.
He was stoned. He go to the town circle and they was stoned.
Look that up. I think that's Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 23.
Let's see.
Let's get the law. First off, let's get the law. All right, you had something?
While y'all looking, I got something right here.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Right. Read it again.
Come. It says, train up a child in the way he should go.
In the way that he should go is in the way of righteousness. And what does the scripture say? He that teacheth this child grieveth the enemy.
Right.
So Esau hates when we teach our children, man. That's why he wants you out of the house in the state through this bullshit educational system to raise your children, as well as implants, okay, in the form of rappers, actors, movie stars, or sports athletes that he placed there, built up from. Some of these niggas have been built up from children to be in that position to have influence over your child, man. Okay?
Right.
And all of it amounts to being anti-Messiah, man. He wants your child to be brought up to be an anti-Messiah. That's what this system is teaching our children, to be anti-Messiah.
Right.
That's what you're being trained from a child up
That's right.
to be, is an anti-Messiah. It's college, anti-Messiah. All of it. Go ahead.
I got it.
You was going to say something?
It's cool.
Oh, okay.
Deuteronomy 21 and 18. You get it? You got it.
Deuteronomy
21
20.
and 18.
Go ahead, get it.
If a Deuteronomy 21 and 18, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which he will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, will not hearken unto them. Verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him.
Lay hold.
And
Seize.
Right.
That's the same word. All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Another topic, right? Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. Verse 20, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, which her children was rebellious, and will not obey our voice.
Right.
He is a glutton and
Right.
drunkard.
We live in a society where evildoers are uplifted.
Right.
The scriptures say when a scorner is punished, the simple is made proud.
Right.
So when you punish a scorner, you set a standard for the community that this isn't the way.
Right.
Like if Nicki Minaj or what's another one of these whores names? Cardi B. Or it's various more who push a very satanic or anti-Messiah vibe. They wouldn't be on TV if we controlled the world and if there was a TV. But I'm just saying, they would be punished. They would be stoned. They would be, especially if there was a priest, though, they would be burned.
Yeah. Yep.
You see? And that right there would have the other women like, I'm not going to be no whore.
Right. Right.
That's how you promote righteousness, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Go ahead, you got it.
No, that's cool.
Get on.
This country, go ahead.
It's like you got to show the example pretty much, man.
Right.
All right? Like we brought up the example, bringing your children into the priest in front of all of them.
Well, I got one more verse on that, too.
Okay, that made your child a public example. And once your child is, or once anybody is humiliated in front of anybody for something that they've done, they're not going to do it no more, man. But Esau doesn't push that. They teach that if you end up doing it in front of people or doing it in general, you get your child taken away from you, man.
Right.
And we all understand that it's systematic why Esau does that.
Right.
Because as we read earlier in Proverbs 22, it talked about to train up your child.
Right.
And he will depart from it as he gets older. Well, that works vice versa. If you ain't whooping up your child, if you ain't training them up, if you sparing that rod, they're gonna grow up to be wicked, man. These children don't know how to be humble, man. When these children are humiliated now they're grown men.
Right.
When they're humiliated, they resort to getting a gun and wanting to shoot somebody, man. But
If they had wisdom,
yeah.
you see, they would know how to discern and chill, and
That's
this is what we're teaching our people. And Esau's demonizing us. We're telling our people not to be beasts, not to be drug dealers, not to be faggots, not to be lesbians, not to be drug users, not to be abusers, not to be whatever is against the scriptures. And they're mad at us.
Right.
Just like this woman, although we're not going to say she was the greatest parent. You could look at her and tell,
Right.
but at the end of the day, that wasn't a wicked deed, man.
That was a righteous act.
That was a righteous act. Whoop they ass, man.
Yep.
You robbing other people. You can get me killed. You can get the whole family killed. These niggas find out it was you. Then now we all a target, man.
Right.
Yep.
Furthermore, that's their possessions.
Yeah.
The law teaches you not to covet after your neighbor's possessions, man.
Man.
Which is why the law, statutes, and commandments are holy. They're separate from this world. Although we can't keep them perfectly, we do teach to keep the laws, man.
Right.
And laws like not stealing somebody else's shit is easy to keep.
For real. I guarantee you, see, this country is crazy, man. People that steal with either hand, you cut their hand off, and people, like, you touch
Yeah, that's in the law. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, the law on cutting the hand off is if a woman hits another man in the nuts, if there's a fight, her hand will be cut off.
So if you see that, you got 6 people walking around with their hand cut off, you would be like, man,
the women ain't. I'm not for the fight, no man.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, one more verse. Deuteronomy 21:21. And all men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put away evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Put away evil from among you, which is why I'm going to read this, and one of y'all can break it down. Proverbs 21:11. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise.
That's right.
And when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Again, that one's pretty self-explanatory as well, man. You know what I'm saying? The simple's gonna be wise. You see somebody doing something they ain't supposed to do, and you see the punishment that person receives, you're not gonna do that. Just as we explained, man.
Right.
You're gonna be made wise afterward, because maybe in your thought process, sometimes you might have thought to do some things and you didn't do it, but you seen somebody else do that action, and you're gonna think to yourself, man, I'm glad I ain't do it, and I ain't gonna ever do that. Period.
Right. And this is proof that Esau wants you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in a state of disarray, confusion, and rebellion. And this is why when you read in the scriptures, Isaiah 51:20, thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. When you look at these little niggas, man, that are raised by their mothers and just left to their own will, all right, that should be Ari Naza. They have a dark countenance on them, man.
Totally, bro.
Totally dark. You be like, nigga, get away from,
Right.
little niggas, man. Why is that? Ultimately because they have not been corrected. They have not been taught discipline or balance or discernment or none of that.
Right.
They haven't had a father in their house, man. All right? And real quick, go ahead.
Proverbs 22:15. Because foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. Because a child don't have directions or instructions.
Right.
The parent supposed to be into the scriptures to guide the house, to guide the child.
Right.
They're foolish.
Right. And then when you look at parents, the parents here, they have no goddamn direction. They don't know what to do.
Right.
So but I'll say this: children who have a mother and father in a society are better off.
Right.
And Coach K from Duke even said, "I don't deal with children, men who were raised in single parent household. I don't recruit them."
Wow.
He said the father would have to have been in the house. And why do you think he said that? Because of experience. He's seen that these niggas are worse.
Man.
Go ahead.
Foolish. Proverbs 22. Yes, sir? No, you good. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, and their heart is loud in Hebrew, meaning your mind.
Your mind. Children are foolish, man. If you let a child run the world, man, he don't know what to do, man.
Right. Hey, well, look at Esau in the rulership seat.
He's
man.
a child.
Hey, they that are younger than I have me in
Right.
prison.
He's a big kid.
But the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
What is it going to drive from him? Foolishness.
Right.
So Esau don't want you niggas without fool. He wants you with foolishness. That's why he took the lady to jail.
That's right.
Crazy, man.
And once you do those actions as the scriptures prescribed, even though Jake is wicked, but those are still ways to get closer to the Lord.
Right,
man.
right.
You know, whipping your child, those are what the scriptures prescribe. So when you do those things,
Right.
to a degree,
Right.
you're getting closer to the Lord.
Right.
And Esau does
Right.
not want us close to the Lord.
He don't want you close to. He wants you to look at Young Thug and these niggas with dresses on and all these fake these thugs who have been orchestrated, like Ice Cube, Tupac, all of these niggas. And I'm not gonna go deep into it. All of these niggas and all of these niggas that you see are manufactured people who are put there so that they can influence your culture.
Right.
They are paid actors, man. Right. None of this shit that we've grown up looking at is real. It's all wickedness. It's all. You don't think the enemy would do that?
Right.
He got billions and trillions of dollars. He can pay people to do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
So he's built up these thugs and these different personas and personalities from scratch and made these fake ass people, and your child, we even looked up to them for what guidance and a way to be and who to be and what to be.
Man,
Right.
You see? And it's all bullshit. But when the father's there, that's a threat.
Right.
Man, we got to look that one up in the Apocrypha. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Grieveth. Grieveth the enemy. I got a few. Grieveth the enemy. I'll look it up. You look it up. This is I'll read this while y'all look that up. Proverbs 19 and 18. Chasten thy son while there is hope. You see? While there is hope.
Right.
All right? And that's why he's a child. Because once he gets older and he ain't had, if that ain't instilled, he gonna be a complete monster. Full of the rebuke of the Lord, just a wild, loose cannon, all right, who just goes around the planet Earth doing what the so-called white man would do, but he does it on smaller levels. Okay? These niggas are basically walking representations of Esau. They go into different neighborhoods, destroying shit. They go into different neighborhoods, giving people diseases. They're little niggas. They're little Edomites, man. Chocolate-covered Edomites, man. Or golden, they learn the way of the enemy. Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. You see? So our culture teaches to discipline children. Now, of course, you don't go crazy with it to where they're, bleeding and their teeth knocked out. But you do it according, to wisdom. But that's, in this society, you can be taken to jail.
Man, easily.
Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
And your whole career can be destroyed, man.
Hey, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, yep. And I don't know. I mean, maybe he went a little too far. I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's his child. The child didn't die.
Right.
Hey.
But the child grow up and be a nigga. He dies. Pow, for being a nigga.
Yep.
Go to jail for life, ruining somebody else's life. Go ahead.
Now the point is that it's impossible to think that when a man grows up his child and corrects his child,
Right.
that there's not going to be any marks whatsoever at any time forever, man. Not, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing's not realistic. Of course, at some point, he's going to get hit a little hard. And what happens when you get hit hard? Maybe a bruise. Certain things happen. So to think that a kid, his whole life being corrected,
Right.
is going to be scot-free of any bruise,
Right.
any nick, it's not reasonable.
Right. Right, and you do talk to your children too. Every situation doesn't need to be a whooping.
Right, it's balanced.
It's a balance, but certain shit, bro, it's like, bro,
That's it. Yeah.
god damn. Children will do some stupid shit, bro.
Go off.
Bro, you like that? And then in this age, the internet,
Yeah.
where you at?
Sirach 30 and 3, the one you asked.
Sirach 30 and 3. All right, hold up. Sirach, go ahead.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Woo!
And before his
So he
friends-
mad that you teach your son.
Right.
He got an attitude because you teaching your son. Whenever I'm walking somewhere with my son, you got Edomites looking, and you could tell they salty, like he doesn't meet the he's not qualified in our box that we, they don't like that shit, man.
Right.
Oh, man.
Jake families, you notice they always looking. If you out with your woman and your child, they always look a certain way and they'll smile or, that's a good one.
Always.
You see what I'm saying?
Always do that, man. That's true.
We go to the Stone shows with our children. Esau in there. Well,
I love
okay.
these black people.
What are they doing? Wow, these are different black people. When that's our culture.
Right.
That's supposed to be your culture. But instead, your culture is just being a dark nigga, man.
Right.
21 Savage and shit.
Yeah.
You know what? That's why whenever you homeschool your kid
Right.
and you don't put them in the school system, they threaten you.
Yeah.
That's all kinds of
Right,
threats and laws
right.
and fines and
Right.
they try to scare you
Right.
to put them back in
Right.
there, man.
Right.
Take
And that's
you
the
to court.
reason. And there's a reason. Because he don't give out shit for free.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you could take your children to the school 8 hours a day for free.
Right.
Why is that?
Right.
Man,
Straight up.
Wow.
It's spiritual, man.
Spiritual.
Because he wants to take over your soul, man. Go
Right.
ahead.
That's right. And even going into he that teacheth his son, the previous verse goes into chastisement. So when you chastise your child, that's another way of teaching your child a lesson.
Look at your Hawashai.
Right.
Go ahead.
When you whooping your child, man, that's why they call CPS comes
Right.
to attack you. It grieves
Right.
the enemy, man.
And then a pedophile adopts them.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And the pedophile adopts them and then rapes them and does some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, a pedophile, like you said, a pedophile, man,
Right.
does some crazy, bizarre stuff. And there's hella instances where that happens, man. But they go away scot-free, swept under the rug. Nobody talks about it,
Right.
and that child grows up to be a complete bug out, ends up murdering somebody, going to jail, doing whatever, and nobody
talking to himself on the side of the road, walking up the street, rapping loud as hell to himself with the headphones, and you're like, "What's wrong with this nigga? You know what? He's been raped. Nigga's been destroyed. He saw something that he ain't able to turn back from. But if he got his ass beat, or if the father was in the house,
there you go.
Then you would have
not just the father, but you know, even a regular father's presence helps.
Yes.
A father who may not be as hands-on and may not have the spirit, even his presence helps. But the knowledge we're supposed to lead with is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. And even us as men who have children that are around them, even our presence, our children learn so much just by us being there. Without, you don't even have to say stuff sometimes. They could just see how you deal with brothers, and they're developing. There's a way being developed in their mind frame. Oh, they make each other's plates. They salute each other. They treat you. They have fun together. They listen to music. They're not fighting. It's not a gang. This is based upon the Bible. So they're seeing and being implanted with. Because all children do all day is they're being embedded with ideas and thoughts and ways to handle situations. But if they're watching TV, what are they learning?
nothing.
All sorts of shit, bro. And then even in this society, our children have tablets. You got to do this work. You know, your child may be watching something or looking at some cartoon or something. We got to get the fuck out of here at the end of the day, man.
I got one real quick. You got more?
That was it.
Proverbs 29:17. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he
Start at 15.
Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom.
The rod and reproof give wisdom. You see that? That you learn lessons. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. Even when the Lord put you through hell, through something stupid you do in this life, that's the correction. That's chastening, and it don't feel good, but you learn a lesson from that. I'm not going, man, I need to leave these hoes alone. Or maybe I need to do this. Maybe next time.
Right.
Hey, but you know what? You learn if you don't faint.
Right.
If you don't faint,
right.
You grab your lungs.
Right.
You ain't gonna
But that's how you have to be as a child. Children don't. When you whoop a child and correct them, they don't faint.
Right.
An hour later, after they're crying, they right back hugging you, loving you.
Yeah. And then a lot of times when I was young, I have no children, but I know when I was young and when my father whooped me, I had to sit in the room for about 2 hours. And when you sitting in that room, you meditating on everything.
Right.
You reflecting on yourself. Right. I'm never gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that again.
It's the worst day of my life.
Right.
I don't want to go through
that again. Right.
The rod and reproof. Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame.
And that's what that's what happens in the hood.
Yep.
Because where's the father? Real quick, get Mark 3. Mark 3 and 27.
This is Mark chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man. And then he will spoil his house. And then what does that leave there? The woman.
Yep.
The woman. And she's the leader. Now she's your backbone. Yep. Even Barack Obama told you niggas, the black woman has been the backbone. Okay, well, that's true. She has, over the last 50, 60 years, been the head through... Okay, but look at the nation.
Right.
Look at the nation since she's been the head, man.
Right.
Destroyed.
Look at Oprah Winfrey, all of these, Queen Latifah, all of these billionaire, millionaire nigga women who've been at the forefront of this thing. Yeah. What have they, look at the niggas in the hood. Who are they raised by?
Right. They mothers.
They're mothers, man. Oh, what's that? Sirach, Curse of the Mother?
That's why a lot of these niggas act off impulse, man. When they grown adults, you step on their shoes, you do something to them, and you look at it like, why they get mad?
Sirach 3 and 9.
They act off impulse because that's how women act naturally, man.
Right.
Women get angry and act off impulse and do crazy rash
Right,
things.
right.
And these men are just reacting on things that they've seen with their two
With their
eyes.
mother, gossiping, arguing
Yep.
on the phone.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? And that's why a woman needs to be controlled
Right.
Man.
By a righteous man.
By a righteous man.
There you go.
She can't get it together by herself.
She ain't built to be in the position that she's in.
That's it. That's right.
And they're starting to figure that out. But they're so proud that they won't admit it.
They won't accept it.
They won't accept it. The serpent has set you women up for failure. The position he's given you is not the position in order that the Lord has ordained. You're not built for that. Those emotions and that love that you try to go around the world giving everything in every situation, that belongs in your household, with your children and with your husband. You should not be in a position of ruling things with those emotions, and that it doesn't work. The world ain't built like that.
Right, that's true.
You see?
I'm gonna start at 8 up.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 3 and 8. Honor thy father and mother, both in word and deed,
Right.
that a blessing may come upon thee from them.
Then the blessing. And see, the father and the mother have a glory. See, when we say these things about women, they get mad. But Esau taught you that. Why do you want to be out of your order? You have an order. You have a beautiful position within the nation. Bro, you're a beautiful vessel for what you are for. But Esau tells you you're beyond that, and look at you. Through, lonely, running everybody away.
Verse 9.
And look at the men. You uplift that madness and push it. Go ahead.
Verse 9, for the blessing of the father established the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundation.
The curse of the mother rooted out foundation. What is our foundation? Is truth, man. So niggas coming around. I've seen it. The nigga is sagging his pants, looking like a complete demon, and the mother is smiling at it. That's my baby. That's my boy. Anybody who come up against them, she curse them out. You can't say nothing bad about them. That's because of these damn women, man.
Hey, you know a good example? Watching like First 48, and you see the last scene where they talking to the mama, and she got gold teeth in the mouth. She look horrible. Look hooded.
Right.
And she my baby, but then couldn't find out her son did all this bullshit. But everything she has to say is like he didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Oh, I got it. Hey,
He been robbing people. He been hitting licks, busting down doors.
Right.
She don't even care. It's just like, look, that's my son.
Right. We'll get like 2 more and we'll close it out.
I got a client. He's a teacher and a coach. So this little child skipped line to get food.
Yeah.
So the cafeteria people got on to him. He called his mom up there. She acting a fool, arguing with the people up there because he said, no, you can't skip line. You can't tell my son what to do. She out at
that's
school
them.
doing
That's
that shit,
them.
man.
That's
Yep.
them
I'm
type
like,
of bitches.
boy, this is
Evil,
crazy.
man.
Right. And not that does and see, you do have particular women who try, but they're in messed up situations. You know, they're not. See that they're not, but they try with the best that they can with what they have. Right. But you have mothers, and this is the majority of that. These bitches ain't shit. And they're raising children based off of the emotion and the bad shit that happened to them, and that emotion that comes with it, and they instilling this shit into the children, man.
That's right.
And the nigga is completely walking around with his lip hanging down. He don't know what to do. And why is this? Because of the system of Edomite supremacy requires this. Right. It requires a dysfunctional situation. Okay, as a matter of fact, somebody get Wisdom of Solomon. We'll get 2 more. Wisdom of Solomon. 14 and go to verse just start at 22.
14, 22.
Right, and this is the New World Order before the New World Order. The original New World Order was Ham. The Hamites, the truth, and this is what Esau bases his whole existence off of, the Hamites. Your wickedness ain't even original, you goddamn devil. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great players called they peace.
And people call this peace.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
For they, wireless, For they wildness, they showed their children in
They
sacrifice.
slew their-
They slew their children in sacrifice.
And this is basically speaking of the priesthood of this world. All of this is coming to fruition because of the priesthood of the world. And the priesthood of the world to come is going to be righteous, man. Go ahead.
Or used secret ceremonies or made revelings of strange rites. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
Lives nor marriages, that's the foundation of a family, is a man and a woman coming together. It's now defiled. Look at it now. Go ahead.
But either one slew another traitorously.
That ain't that what we seeing? Marriages are defiled. Just people backstabbing one another. Go ahead.
Or grieved him by adultery.
Right now, jump to verse 26.
Disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind,
Transgenderism. Go ahead.
disorder in marriage.
Disorder in marriages. That is one of the ways of the plan to overturn righteousness and set up the wicked kingdom. So these Edomites don't like when you correct your children and you show order within your nation.
Right.
It grieveth the enemy, as we just read. Go ahead.
Adultery and shameless uncleanness.
Woo! And it all goes back to idol worship, man. So let's end it off at Sirach 30 and 8.
God, I got it right here. This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 8. And a horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
A child left to himself will be willful. Horses, you have to break them, you know, because they'll just be wild, like like wild, bulls.
Exactly. Gotta humble them.
You gotta humble them, man. Just like women need to be humbled with the rod of correction, you know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
No, real quick. Also, too, even them being in the school system, because everybody don't have their kid out the school system. I know my kids in the school system, and that's a part of being left to themselves because they're being guided by the left hand side every single day, like clockwork.
All for 8 hours a day.
When they come home, you got to combat that. They come
combat.
home with a Christmas tree drawn,
Right.
with Fruit Loop balls,
Right.
You know what I'm saying, as the ornaments and shit,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, no, we don't do. Give me that.
Yeah.
You gotta always combat what they put in their head when they come home.
Right. And that's why we need Yahweh Shah ultimately, because man, this world has so much influence over our children.
It's horrible, man.
It's horrible.
It's not a good situation.
Even if you homeschool, you can't. It's still a particular point where he has to be doing his thing so he don't bother you, or you know.
Right.
Bro, we gotta get out of this bitch, man. Because it's like, I hate the tablet, but I love the tablet. You know what I'm saying? You hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? As much you could get them into playing the piano and stuff like that. You know, you could keep your child busy that way. But ultimately, this world is so powerful that eventually there is something. Your son will come home sing, Kiki, do you love me? And you'll be like, damn, I don't play that song.
Right. You just like,
But he's somewhere where he heard that shit so much that he liked the shit, and you don't like Jay Dilla. I'm playing Jay Dilla. Why aren't you singing that? You know, but that song is, it's little shit like that, man. You be like, damn, man.
Hey, and that all those little points add up to a huge problem.
Right. Or Mozart. Right. A huge problem.
Yeah.
If we stay here.
If we stay here, it just adds up. You're like, oh.
Bro, your son can go to college. If you grow up and your son goes to college, which I wouldn't send my son to no college. You know what I'm saying? But let's say your son does grow up, bro. He comes back. I like men now.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what we're being faced with. This is the future if we don't get the hell out of here, man.
Right.
All right, keep going, brother.
Verse 9, Sirach 30 and 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Right. So you can't play too much with your child. You can't be too much folly, and they have to know there's only so far I can go with him.
Right. They have to know that, man.
Right.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Take advantage of you.
Right.
Verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Right. In the end, he's just going to be a demon. You're going to be wanting him to listen to you and be serious, but he going to be, yeah. And sometimes I'm too nice with my child, and I have to get out of that. You know? Because sometimes he'll play and he'll be like, bro, why are you playing so goddamn much? It's because you've been playing with him.
Right.
And you
The
let him
scriptures
see
told
that
you
the scriptures told you don't do that.
Right.
You see, so even me as a father, I go through that. You know, like you have, because you try, you can't be too laid back. Just like in a camp, you can't be too laid back. Sometimes you gotta, hey man, shit.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yep.
That's why you have that saying, familiarity breeds
Brings
contempt.
Right.
Ooh.
You know, once you're so familiar, and I don't have any children, but just going from me being raised up and all that, once you're too familiar with somebody in general, you can get to that point where you lose respect for that
Lose
person.
respect.
It's true. Hey, real quick, another way to look at it real quick is this. When you come in this truth, you become a new person. Right? You become humble, like a new child, born again. Okay? So when you getting raised in this truth and learning, that same, like you brought up, that same way of thinking applies to the church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why the scriptures tell you about having little words with the elder, different things, because you gotta understand that you gotta be wise and be balanced on when you say stuff, how you say it, where you at. All that matters, because if you don't, then it's like kids, like everything's a joke.
Right,
No,
right,
everything
right,
ain't a
right,
joke.
right,
This is
right,
serious. This is the
right,
truth.
Right. That's right.
So
That's right. Hey, we got Elder Arianaza in the house too, man. Brother walked in, man. That brother's here too. So we go end it off on these last few scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Give him no liberty to his youth, and wink not at his follies. Bow down his
Give
neck.
him no liberty in his youth. That's where it matters the most. This is where a foundation is instilled. These years of this child's life are going to determine what he's going to be.
That's right.
You see?
That's right.
Thank the water Yahweh Shem Shah that we found the truth. Because imagine based on a little foundation we had. We had fathers, some of us didn't. Some of us grew up with our mother, but it wasn't really, you didn't learn how to really deal, bro. My mother and father were there, but I can't say that I learned the truth. Or, they weren't teaching me the truth. But the little order that I did see there molded me, and to at least, my family wasn't just no cutthroat. So it's particular things that were instilled in me. Right. You had that one cousin or uncle who went to college, and read Malcolm X and Alex Haley and here, read this book. It's certain things that were, that helped, to get to you to get to the point where you're at. But ultimately, the truth is the ultimate wisdom, man.
Gone.
Go ahead.
Last verse 12 in Sirach 30. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and bring sorrow in thine heart.
Right, and this world tells you that's wicked.
Yeah.
Now the child has rights over you.
Right.
The child can go to the school and say, Mrs. Anderson, my dad hit me, or my dad tells me that homosexuality is wrong.
Right.
My dad tells me I can't be a girl. I shouldn't wear a girl's clothes. What? And now the CPS is at your house. They take him from you, or her, or your children from you, and put them in a situation to where they can be taught to do and be no order.
Right. If I may, what makes it worse is that they just strictly take the child's word.
Yeah.
They don't investigate it.
Right.
They don't do any of that. And
But this is a child.
It's a child. Like children lie.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child according to the Bible.
Exactly. And Father has said that great dignity.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? They look at that pretty much like, we got to do something. Man, that child could be lying, man. And you ruined the whole household, man.
Yeah.
But that's the devil, man. That's the devil, the destroyer, the son of perdition, man. The son of destruction.
Right. So with that, we'll give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.